We have just started our course here, our masters, and this is our 4th week. Although we just started off at the University of Sydney, we were appalled at the way that the teachers are treated. We were appalled at the way that their proper rights are not given, and we are appalled at the upper management of the university taking home fat paychecks. Don't cross the line! Don't cross the line!
Probably the most instructive was seeing the head of the Italian school talk to people for 15 minutes about why the strike was important and asking them why they had to come on campus today.
I support this sort of action in principle on account of I think those sorts of workers' rights are very important.
I suppose what I found most enlightening about being on strikes is how quickly hierarchies fall down between staff members. Being on strike means that I'm standing side by side with staff members across the campus, people who are in engineering, people who are in mathematics, people who are general staff, people who are professors or senior lecturers.
I think one of the strengths of the campaign has been the solidarity that it's built across the university. Every time we've been out here, there have been people from across different departments, academic staff, admin staff and so on. And I think it's really helped build the strength around the campaign.
For me, one of the biggest successes of the campaign is how many more people are active in the union. We've had a net growth of about 250 members, but more importantly, we have live campaign committees, we get ideas from members, people who are running the pickets, most of them haven't been on strike before. I'm really thrilled with that. Yes, we're going to end up with a good agreement. We've got some really important conditions, 172 Indigenous positions, 120 positions replacing current academic casuals with ongoing positions, general staff development, all that sort of stuff. We've still got the salary to deal with, but for me the most inspiring and the most impressive thing is how we've been able to work together and get other people involved in the union.
The success, I think, of course, has to do with the fact that we have been able to defend the existing rights of the working members of the institution. That's been very good. It's been very good as well that there's been an improvement for those who are casualized at the university, whose conditions have been improved, and there is an option that they might be further improved in the future. And as well, what to me is essential is that there's been a clear sign that most of the university community wants to have better participatory processes when it comes to make important decisions about the institution.
I think the biggest success of the campaign is it's brought staff together and it's really solidified what the campaign's about and what we're fighting about, and what we're fighting for is about the value of higher education in society. So it's about issues much bigger than pay, although pay of course is about what's the matter with the decision making in this university.
Look, the strikes have been overwhelmingly successful, which frankly was a surprise to me. I thought that they would be much more political demonstrations than actually effectively shutting the university down. But they have shut the university down. They have demonstrated more comprehensively than anything else that we are the university. The people who are the workers here is what make the university the institution that it is.
I think one of the most successful things about the 6 days of strikes that we've taken has been the extent to which it's empowered the ordinary people who work at this institution and shown them that if they act collectively, they can actually make a difference to the way this place is run.
I think that the university is an incredibly atomised place in the sense that we work in very different areas, different departments, different faculties, and we don't communicate with each other. And I think that what the industrial action has done this last semester or this year has allowed us to communicate in ways that we haven't before with other people within the university community, and that includes of course the people working in different areas. I'm casual academic staff. I feel in a sense that this process has even broken down barriers with me talking to people that are full-time academics in my department. We are both employees of the university, and there's nothing wrong with us getting together and questioning what's happening with administration.
Really, the campaign has been going on for all intents and purposes since the initial announcement of job cuts back in 2011, the arbitrary cuts to staff based on performance arbitrary performance measures. So, in some sense, I think having gone into the formal bargaining period and putting our claims, we've had some obvious wins in rolling back the really belligerent, more belligerent features of the management's claims, which of course were really to try and write the union out of the agreement, also remove us from campus.
This has been a really successful campaign for the union. The union has grown. I think the strikes and the success of the strikes has demonstrated the power of collective action and solidarity, and that's why the union has grown, because we've been taking action, because we've been successful. And I think you can tell it's been a successful campaign because activities have been initiated autonomously by union members and by students, not directed by the branch leadership. The open letters, for example, various other initiatives, the casuals, protests, all of those are the sign of a really strong and diverse campaign.
I think the biggest success of the whole campaign is that it's actually have gotten colleagues to talk about the issues that we face at work. That after this, we've gotten actually, at least in my faculty, in the Faculty of Arts, there's a dialogue that's been started through emails and through people talking about it in the corridors. So I think that's a really good start to get people to engage rather than be apathetic and just to complain on their own about the issues that they face at work. So I think that's something it's created solidarity, and it's created again a dialogue, and I think that's a really big win for further success in the future about how we organise not just as a union but as a whole university community.